Hey guys, Krista Grace here. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about why people get jealous of you. So naturally the intent of the people who we are trying to understand why people get jealous of you, it's the people that you can feel energetically like they don't like you. And I'm a big believer that when people act like that, it's because they're just jealous. And I've been proven many times that once you explore why a person acts like such a complete fuckwit towards you, it's because you've got something that they don't have. It's because you look a certain way, yada, yada, yada. So you're on a path that they only would, dream of being able to be on. So if you are got people like that in your life, well, this reading is for you. We have 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Quick disclaimer why we are tapping into this energy. If a message or the reading begins to trigger you in any way or put you on a downward spiral, please opt off the reading and trust the fact that this reading is not for you. Given the topic, I would highly doubt it should trigger you, but I can't guarantee that. And yeah, it can always depend what kind of headspace we are in when we are engaging in collective content. So with that said, let's jump into it. Let's find out why people get jealous of you. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose card 44, Zombies Wants Brain, Strengthen Your Boundaries. I would have to say, like, what I'm picking up here is a lot of you are very brainiacs is what I'm hearing. You're highly intelligent, you're highly intuitive. And because of this, you've over the years or over the course of your journey to date, I feel like this strengthening your boundaries messaging on the bottom of this card is really resonating with a lot of you. You may have picked the card or picked this pile because of 44. You may have picked it because you knew this black cat was going to awaken from her slumber. I swear, like she's been asleep. Soon as it's like she knows YouTube videoing is on and she comes running. But yeah, so I definitely feel like we also have the number 8 when we add 44 together. So some of you, you could be a life path 8 is what I'm hearing. But when I think about the number 8, it's about action, power. It's also about strength, this number, right? It's also about somebody having a lot of ambition and who's sort of like a master of their craft. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may have a lot of people around you who are very jealous because of the power you portray within, the boundaries you actually have set in place for yourself. And I feel like you do like attract a lot of people. Like this person, well, this zombie is completely fucking bruised and battered, right? It's got chunks missing, limbs missing. So based off this, if I was to like use this zombie as an analogy of the kind of people you guys attract or the kind of people that are jealous of you, these people are pretty damaged. Like they're damaged. Probably I would say, looking at the other 2 cards that represent the other piles right now and this card, I would say, I'm going to call it, out of all 3 piles, you definitely attract the worst kind. So I would say you guys attract the kind of people who are so jealous of you, they will literally go out of their way to try and get you fired, ruin your love life, try and like eat your brain in the sense of like try and get you to think that everything you know is not right, always sort of putting you down. These people will never have what you have, and I honestly think you guys might already know that, and you just needed a confirmation reading on this, or maybe you are like, oh, maybe this does make sense. Some of you have people around you who are missing limbs, like physically. So if you were wondering if they, was it in your head or are they just upset about, their own journey? No, they're definitely upset with your, they're very, not upset, well, they're upset because of their own journey, but the brain is obviously being highlighted here. And people can't jolter your brain. They can't jolt, like, I feel like a lot of people get jealous of you because they know they can't live rent-free in your head. They know that you don't care what these people do or say, or yeah, like I feel like these people actually get their knickers in a knot because of that. So yeah, if that kind of resonates, I would say this is your pile. If you're like, no, that doesn't resonate, then pick another one, or trust that this reading is not for you. So let's find out why people get jealous of pile number 1. We will take reversals. Alrighty. So we've got 4 of Pentacles in reverse, leading the energy. We have the Knight of Cups, the Hangman, the Moon, the Star in reverse, and the 2 of Cups. I just need to take a photo of this card because I was talking about this card to my friend, and I was like, there's this card and the chick's got a muff. Like, anyway, it's really random. And anyway, so yeah. All right. So a couple of shout outs for your astro placements: Pisces with your Hangman, and Pisces again with the Moon. The Star is Aquarius energy, and then Knight of Cups you can consider Libra and Scorpio, and 2 of Cups you can consider Cancerian energy. Oh yeah, and the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn, maybe Sun in Cap. All right, so 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like a lot of people get jealous of you because your energy creates a lot of blockages for them with the 3 major arcana coming out. I feel like people get jealous of you because you trigger them, you know. I feel like you trigger, like, you spark something in them. No, I know what it is. You shine a light, or you mirror something within them that they know they need to fix. Okay. But the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, right? It's a card that would talk about greed, possessiveness, somebody being stingy. So people could be jealous because you're not greedy, right? They could be jealous because you're not stingy. You're not stingy with your time. You're not stingy with your energy. You're not stingy with your food. I think you guys overall are very like kind and loving and genuine individuals. And we see that with the Knight of Cups here, right? You're very loving. So I feel like overall, when I come back to this 4 of Pentacles, there's a lot of jealousy around your financial stability, and it's like you've been able to gain financial stability without being greedy, without being stingy, is probably the best way to sort of analyze this 4 of Pentacles. And I feel like you encourage a lot of other people around you to be more like this, that you can have it all, like you can have possessions and you can have nice things, but you can also share. Like, I feel like a lot of you are on the path of building wealth, and you're very kind, you're very giving, and we see that this is really confirmed by the Knight of Cups. I really feel drawn to join these 2 cards together to get this reading started. But yeah, so that's sort of what the main vibe there. And even if you're not like rolling in money, like none of us are rolling in money. Well, I shouldn't speak for everyone, but you know, I know I don't lay down on a bed of money every night, but hey, I'm not going to not aim for it. Maybe one day when I'm about 85. But yeah, so that's sort of the vibe I'm picking up. Now moving to the Knight of Cups specifically, with it being upright, I would say people are very jealous of the proposals and the invites that you seem to get a lot. If you're not getting a lot of invitations or proposals, some of you have been proposed to many a times. There are many people around you who are very jealous of that. There could be people who are jealous of you because someone has proposed to you that they're not going to propose to them. And it could be just people that are in like friendships with these people, like they've never had a relationship or anything like that. I feel like with the Knight of Cups coming up, for a lot of you, you are well known, and I think you're well known because you follow your heart. You're very emotional, like you're very sensitive, you're very loving, you're very romantic. And I think a lot of people get jealous of you because they can see other people googly eyeing you and like falling in love with you and wanting to be with you, but not wanting to be with them. So there could be some kind of like I'm not going to say third party situation, but John likes you, but you don't like John, and like Sally over here loves John, like that kind of thing. It's not a triangle, but it's just sort of like everyone that likes you has somebody that likes them, but you don't like these people. That's sort of the vibe I'm picking up here. And people get jealous of that because it's like you guys can have whoever you like, and all these people that like you have got somebody else who want to be with them, but they don't want to be with them. They want to be with you. Hopefully that makes sense. So moving to the Hangman, right? This card can mean many different things, like of the light and like dark attributes in regards to jealousy, I would say. Like the Hangman for me is one that can talk about like on a positive note, like a new perspective, right? Somebody who's very patient, somebody who's transitioning on a new path, maybe letting go of something, surrendering something, and that is allowing some kind of transition, which is why we move from the Hangman to the Death card, right? So I feel like for some of you, jealousy arises for you because you have endured like I guess feeling stuck, having no forward movement, which you just sort of didn't kick up a fuss about that, or you don't kick up a fuss. You take it as a pause that you need. You're very patient, and then you sort of just surrender to like, I don't know, desperation or obsession. Like you guys don't tend to get fixated on an outcome, like you appreciate the journey here with the Hangman, and a lot of people around you get jealous of that because they're impatient is what I feel, but you have a lot of patience. And I feel like with the Hangman here, your perspective on life is different. A lot of you may meditate, so you have this very calm of like mind that is very calm and relaxed, and I think people get jealous of that. In tough times, you're not running around like freaking the fuck out. You're just like, okay, you take a pause, analyze the situation because you have the brains, and you're probably really good at problem solving. So there's probably a lot of people at work that hate the fact that they try and create challenges for you, and you don't even like sigh. You just sort of know what to do, when to do it. And there's never really any obstacles. It kind of really backfires or ricochets off your protection shield. And I would say a lot of you are highly protected, and these people get jealous of that. So moving to the Moon in regards to jealousy, I actually feel like you have a lot of deception around you. And I sort of mentioned that in the beginning, like energy check-in. And I think a lot of people get jealous of you because they can't create confusion or can't make you insecure. You're and on the flip side of that, there is like if they try and put an obstacle in front of you, it doesn't make you inconsistent. And I feel like these people really try and use their imagination to create uncertainty within you, in your perceptions, especially like when I think about the Moon, it talks about perceptions, and the Hangman talks about new perspectives, which is a form of perception, right? Well, it is. It's the same word. well, to a degree, perception, perspective, yeah. So I just feel like these people try and confuse you. They might like, the moon can talk about nightmares. So I feel like these people are jealous of you because again, they can put a really horrible situation in front of you, but you don't get confused and you just find a new way to like sort of go around the problem. If you can't go over it, you kind of go under it. And if you can't go under it, you go around it. And I think these people try and create fear and anxiety within you, but you know how to escape it. Like it doesn't seem to like affect you, the things that they try and do. And this could be just simply standing there and energetically letting you know that they don't fucking like you, like looking at you in a way that is just toxic. That can be just all that they're doing. I also feel because you are highly intelligent with the moon card, like these people actually try and I think they completely understand you, pile number one, but they pretend like they don't understand you. And that is a very toxic and very childish, immature behavior. I feel like they pretend that they're misinterpreting what you're saying, but these people are probably likely mentally ill. They probably suffered depression. And this is why they behave the way that they do, because they feel so low that they bring everyone else around them. Doesn't make it okay, but sometimes it's, sometimes we're required to be the bigger person when we're surrounded by complete fucking losers. Well, in a sense, people with mental illnesses aren't losers, but when they deliberately go out of their way to traumatize another soul, that's a loser, in my opinion. Like, go get help. So then we move to the star, okay? So the star would suggest these people get jealous. Well, it's funny because the star in reverse talks about disappointment. It talks about somebody like going through a state of despair, hopelessness, and I really feel like this is reiterating this moon energy. These people get jealous because you're not pessimistic, right? You don't lack faith. You don't have ill health. Disappointments that come are presented to you. You have a tendency to like not allow, because you're not like one of those people who are lack of. You're always like, the people that live in a state of lack of, like, oh, that won't happen because, nothing ever lucky happens to me, in that lack mentality, it's called. And that's sort of the vibe. These people are very jealous because even though you've experienced a lot of disappointment, even though that there is experiences that you have gone through that you should be pessimistic, but you're not. Like you haven't allowed obstacles to like taint your soul, taint your personality. And again, coming back to the hangman with the star energy, like you're okay to take a pause when shit's turning south. And again, these people feel very jealous by that because they can't bring you down. I really think you are in a toxic environment where people are actually trying to bring you down, because it's pretty heavy energy, to be fair. And then to close out your reading with the Two of Cups. And again, I'm not trying to trigger you, but give you the heads up. Like, this is the reason why people are jealous of you. I personally just wouldn't associate myself with these sorts of people. If people aren't going to raise you up, like, and only just sort of bring you down, they're not your people. Like, cut your losses. So we have the Two of Cups, which can talk about disharmony, like distrust, imbalance. So again, you could be a person who has gone through like maybe breakups because there was like an imbalance in the connection, or like the person was being like dishonest. Relationships could have broken down to poor communication. Either way, with the Two of Cups in reverse, I would have to say they're jealous because, again, tying all these cards in, like, you could break up with somebody, you process it, like, you don't let it really allow to taint your mental health. I feel like you don't allow it to like put you in fetal position for days and days and days. You just sort of keep it moving. And they're really jealous because other people kind of come in, which could be deemed like a rebound. And like, it's easy for you to maybe move on from a person because you do have a lot of options, or it's the fact that, like there's always going to be somebody else. And again, these people are very jealous of that. Now, people could be jealous of you because because of some kind of breakup you have gone through or you are going through. But yeah, it could mean multiple things. Now, another message I am getting with the Two of Cups is like, there could be people who are quite jealous of you because you won't reconcile with people who create disharmony within your life. You won't reconcile with people who are distrustful or create an imbalance or like, you know, communicate with you poorly. I feel like, again, you definitely have your boundaries set in place. And I think a lot of people get jealous by that because they can't fault you. You're not technically doing anything wrong. You just like probably work more from a place of self-love and gratitude. And these people just like, I feel like they get so fired up about it internally. And that's when they, I don't know, plan attacks, like, or like give you dirty looks or treat you like shit, solely on the basis that they can't gain access to your happiness or trying to ruin your happiness. So that's what I have for you guys. I really hope that was an eye-opener and maybe putting you on the path to, you know, surrounding yourself with better like-minded people, you know, more positive people at least. But yeah, sending all my love and light to you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. We have card number 40, Unicorn Shit Fight, Ground Yourself Now. You know, the number 4 is really connected, like obviously to stability and practicality, security, but it's also connected with manifestations. So I feel like a lot of you may have a lot of people who are very jealous of you because everything you sort of decide you want to do comes true. And I actually think with this unicorn shit fight, you have a lot of jealous people around you who try and get in the way of your success, or actually try and like use you as a stepping stone for their own success. So take that as it resonates, because I feel like it's a little bit different energy. But I feel more drawn to the fact that there are people jealous of you because things, in their opinion or their perspective, things come to you very easily. Things come to you very naturally, where they feel like they've got to work and like the daily grind just has to work really, really hard. But you just sort of walk in and like everything just falls into place, like Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. So I feel like for a lot of you, people are not aware of the work you put in behind the scenes, is what I feel with this pile. I think people are very jealous of you because of how easy your life looks, or how easy it is for you to get a job or do your job, or like do anything that you do. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it, and people get jealous of you like that. I'm not picking up severe malicious energy for this pile, but you might have one or two people closer in your circle that might catch you as surprise that they are like very jealous of you. Doesn't necessarily mean they're bad people, but they can say like, you know, backhanded comments and things under their breath when you're trying to explain like the success or whatever it is you're trying to do, which creates a unicorn shit fight really, because you think your mate's your mate, but in fact they're just trying to like, I don't know, the fact that they're just sitting there side-eyeing you like a cat waiting for its food. I don't know. All right, so let's find out if that sort of resonates. Cool. If it doesn't, then maybe not your pile. But yeah, I feel like with this ground yourself wording or passage on the bottom of this card, I feel like a lot of you could be currently trying to ground yourself. You could be feeling a bit on edge at the moment. There could have been a recent argument, some kind of shit fight argument that has recently arisen, and maybe you're a bit confused as to why. And I would have to say, based on the topic of this reading, it's because they are jealous. Some people you might find just start little petty fights with you because they're just jealous, but I don't feel it's really malicious. Like pile 1, the people they're around, real toxic. So if you do feel like you're around a lot of heavy toxic people, then maybe check that pile out. But I'm not really called for you to do that. All right, so show me why people are jealous to pile number. Jealous of pile number 2. Yeah, it's heaps different energy to pile 1, which is good. So we have the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have the Justice card and the 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups leading it. Just on a side note, a quick message that's coming through. I think a lot of people get jealous of you because nothing seems to worry you. And I also feel like people get jealous of you because every time they start a business venture, it doesn't work because they're not creative enough with this Knight of Wands. They don't have the drive and the ambition and the motivation that you do. People get jealous of you because they worry too much about maybe what you're doing and not worrying about what they're doing, that it creates like a severe like imbalance within them here. Now, these could be people from your past that maybe tried to compete with you and whatnot with the 6 of Cups. But yeah, that's like a really strong sort of message coming through, like in regards to a sequence style reading. But people just get jealous of you because you don't seem to I would say a lot of you hide your emotions pretty well, and you're probably the kind of people who don't burden people with your problems. And that is why people think everything just happens easy for you, because you don't lean on people, you suffer in silence. And some people could be jealous because you are like that. You suffer in silence and everything always works out for you, even though you might be finding some challenges or facing obstacles, trials, tribulations. You seem to always make it out on top. But I don't feel like any of these people are trying to put obstacles in your way. I do think like they're just sort of, naturally jealous, like a child gets jealous, of their friend getting a new toy, that kind of jealousy. It's not sparking some psychotic behavior is what I feel. So looking at the 6 of Cups in regards to why people get jealous of you, some of you, I would say, have a lot of old friends. Some of you may go on reunions with friends. Like, I actually feel like you're very playful people. You're people who forgive and you probably forget. And if that doesn't really resonate, just let it go. But you also, I feel like you reconcile with people from your past really easily. And I think a lot of people get jealous of that because they aren't the kind who forgive and forget. Like, they're kind of the people that are stubborn and they take shit to the grave. So I think with this 6 of Cups representing possibly you guys are all about, happy memories or creating happy memories. I think a lot of people might get jealous to think about all the childhood memories they have with you. But maybe something kind of sour happened between you and them, and reconciliation isn't actually available as well here. But yeah, I think you are very sweet. There's something quite familiar about you as well. So even if these aren't people if we were to talk about just random people who might get jealous of you, I would say there's something very familiar about you. People feel really drawn to you, and people who see that may get jealous, especially if it's like their partner and they're like, why are you so fixated on pile 2? Like, you don't even know you, and it's sort of like, oh, they just remind me of somebody, but I can't remember who. It could be a childhood friend, so their friends or their partner get jealous of that is sort of what I'm picking up. So moving to the spread, we have the 9 of Swords. I would have to say, like, yeah, like I actually think, see how she's hiding, right? I don't know. The vibe I pick up with this 9 of Swords, it's sort of like people get jealous because they don't know when you're suffering from anything, is what I feel. Like, you hide your stress really well. Like, when people learn that you are going through a stressful time, or you have self-doubt, or like you've got trauma or something like that, maybe you're facing some depression, they get jealous of that because they don't see that. You kind of come to work, you pull your shit together, and like, you go to work, you get it done, you leave, and then you go home and cry in silence, is what I feel. And it's kind of sadistic that people get jealous of that. And this is what I mean. I don't feel like it's really malicious. They just get jealous because they can't do that. You seem to keep things moving, and people sort of just kind of lightly get jealous of you guys because you can keep moving forward even though like your world is crumbling down. Like, you're a very strong individual. You're very grounded, I would have to say. Funnily enough, coming back to the original card, and that is sort of the vibe I'm picking up with the Nine of Swords. Now with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it throws me off a little bit, but it could have something to do with, like, people might get jealous that you're the kind of person who might have delays in money or income but can always make things work, is what I feel. Like, you could be a person that even may lack foresight at sometimes, but everything always works out, is sort of the vibe I pick up with the Ace of Pentacles. But yeah, like, you're not a person that fears taking risks, but I feel like you're not a person who actively goes out trying to take risks either. But if you do, things have a tendency to work out. I feel like there's things that you've done in life that other people have tried to do and it doesn't work out, to be honest. Things that have prospered for you have not prospered for others. And I think this is why they kind of feel a bit less than of you. I don't really feel like it's heavy jealousy. It's like they kind of compare you and think you're better than them, and want to probably be more like you. Now, there's something about your creativity, right? With the Knight of Wands, I feel like it gives me the vibe people get jealous of you because of your creativity. Now, when you face creative blocks, right, or you might have scattered energy, again, facing delays, you still find a way to dig deep and find energy, or like your ambition to like figure it out, to sort it out. And again, that's that Midas touch pole too. It's sort of like, it doesn't matter if you're facing delays, something that would make them very frustrated and angry. It's not how you react and respond to things with this Knight of Wands in reverse. I think you accept rapid change, you accept failure, but you don't allow it to hold you back and deter you from the path that you're on. So I feel like you're very strong individuals and you're very grounded, and you sort of just move through life very seamlessly. So these people think, but I think you actually put in a lot of work. And with the Nine of Swords coming out here, you probably stay up quite late working hard, and you probably do care more than what these people actually realize. So moving to the Justice card in regards to jealousy. Yeah, I kind of feel like it would talk about, I don't know, I kind of feel like it may be around karma. Like, people might be just jealous that you seem to have really good karma, right? Like, the more you stay balanced and the more you focus on a harmonious environment, they're seeing more positive karma coming your way. And again, I feel like these people try and mirror your actions, mirror your life, and they're not seeing the results that they see for you, is what I feel. I feel like you have a lot of admirers who try and follow your lead, and they're not having the same success as you. And it could be the fact that you're not communicating your failures, and that is why this energy is sort of coming through. Again, there's no malice energy here. And then to close out your reading with the Three of Wands, this is talking about prospects and planning, preparation for growth, right? But it also, again, we're reiterating the energy of the Justice with rapid growth. I just feel like people get jealous of you. Anything you plan to do, it grows quickly. It happens quickly. Oh my God. Sorry guys, but I was doing working with candles, and I literally turned around and the fucking bowl was like way crazy. So I had to take it out the back and put it out. It was hectic. So that might be something that might resonate with you guys. I burn certain colored candles to protect my success, my like if people try and send me bad energy. Black candles are really good to protect yourself from that energy, like, you know, coming into reality, especially if it's negative like experiences. So based off that, what I saw, obviously there's been a lot of negative energy coming my way, which is fine. But yeah, this Three of Wands, but this Three of Wands would tell me, like, or confirm the fact that you come up with an idea, you put it into motion. Like, it might not seem it might not seem like it's going to bring you a lot of abundance or prosperity. It might also seem like it's not a creative idea. It's not a very good idea. But for some reason, because of your good karma and because of maybe why I actually think it's you do a lot of planning, it always works out. And that's why I think people just get slightly jealous of you guys, because everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you want to do always works out really well for you. And yeah, I think a lot of people are quite smitten with this pile, because you do sort of stay in your own lane and mind your own business. And you're definitely a person who promotes success. Yeah. But yeah, sending much love and light. Sorry about that massive pause, but see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, we have Pissed as a Parrot. Welcome to your reading. Use your own voice. We have card number 31. 31 equates to 4. You know, Pissed as a Parrot, it shows me I'm picking up like 3 of Cups, 3 Cups vibes. And I think a lot of you may like to drink. If you don't like to drink and party, it may not be your pile. Or it could be the fact that you have mastered using your own voice, right? You're very stable and secure within yourself. Okay, you come from a very probably supportive foundation. So maybe because you are so grounded in the way you use your voice, people might think you're pissed as a parrot. Parrots talk a lot. Yeah, like especially they say random funny shit. So yeah, it might not be the case of this isn't your pile if you're not on the piss or drinking, whatever. But this gives me party vibes for sure. Or it gives me vibes that you're very talkative. People might be very jealous of you because you speak your mind. You say what you mean and you do what you say, but you probably say things that everybody is thinking but too scared to say. Some people might need alcohol to say half the things that you say. Maybe you need alcohol to say half the things that you say. So take that as it resonates. Some of you are really good at karaoke, good at singing. But you talk a lot is what I feel. And I think a lot of people get jealous at how much you talk and how interested a lot of people are in listening to what you say. So you could be in the public eye or doing something that requires public speaking, and there could be a lot of jealousy about how much people are interested in you, or how much, I don't know, screen time people might have for you. So I don't know, maybe you've got like a YouTube channel, something like that, content creator, influencer, whatever. And there's people around you who are quite jealous to learn that people look up to you, listen to you, want to be around you, get drunk with you, spend time with you. I feel like a lot of you could be kind of famous for this pile, and there's people just sort of jealous that you're always getting invited out, like you're always getting offers to go have a good time. And I think people get jealous when they talk about those fun stories they've had with you. So when you've got old friends, new friends, work colleagues talking about you and the fun times they've had, people who are listening to those stories do get slightly jealous because the times with you sound so fun. I think you guys are super fun to be around. You're fairly funny, or you're super funny, whatever. But yeah, you kind of have like people jealous of of your confidence, I would even say. Like they're just sort of jealous that, you can be, you're very confident, you're very comfortable in your own skin. I think a lot of you wear like whatever the fuck you want to wear. You wear your makeup, your hair, however you want, and you really hold yourself really well. So if that sounds like your pile, cool. Let's find out why people get jealous of you. I'm so glad that fire was put out. Yeah. Pile 2 had a bit of a pause in their reading because I'm breaking any curses or spells on me at the moment. And yeah, fucking candle flame's gone through the fucking roof. Well, it didn't go through the roof. I had to take it outside though. It was fucking, whoa. Anyway, let's find out. Oh, why do people get jealous of pile number 2? Yeah, well, what did we say? Secure and stable within your own self. We have the High Priestess. Can't hide nothing from you. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Empress. We have the Four of Swords. Okay. So Four of Swords is the overall energy for jealousy. In reverse talks about rejected and somebody feeling lonely. Like people might be jealous of you because you've rejected them. Okay. People might be jealous of you because you've left them feeling lonely. And thinking about this energy here, like the Four of Swords, I don't know. I think people are very restless in your energy. Yeah, because it's a card that will talk about like somebody burning out, right? Stress, stagnation as well. But I would have to say, like, coming back to this energy, like people get jealous because they're never invited to the places that they want to be invited, because maybe there are people who you hang out with don't think that their other friends would get along with. So that is why there is this rejection energy. Like that is why there is this jealousy of like surrounding people feeling lonely. Maybe it could be the fact like you have some really good friends. So when you're all together, even with other people, it's like they don't even feel like they're in the room with you. Okay. And that's because you could be on the piss or you're really focused on each other. I just feel like people get jealous of you because they don't feel seen in your energy, like when you're around. I think you guys have like big energy, big personalities, and there's nothing wrong with that. If people want to step into your energy, they kind of have to match it, is what I feel, or else you are on a whole other level. And so I actually feel like a lot of people get jealous because they feel rejected by you. I think a lot of people put you on a pedestal, pile 3, and yeah, like I think that some people have got really burnt out or exhausted because they've tried to come towards you, but they can't, is sort of the vibe. So again, I kind of feel like it's not super malice jealousy here. I just feel like people feel a little bit less than in your energy, is what I feel. Now we have the 10 of Cups, right? This is a card that would talk about personal achievement, gratitude, dreams coming true. So people do get jealous because you've achieved a lot. People get jealous of you because your dreams are coming true or they have come true. Like you have a very happy, fulfilling life. At least this is what people perceive you have. And people are jealous of your family life. You know, they're jealous of your domestic life. So whether or not you have a family or it's your friendship circle, they are very much jealous of the things that make you happy. The 10 of Cups to come out in the basis of this, you probably may not invite more people or new people into your circle, and this is why they feel lonely. This is why they feel rejected. Again, like you have your reasons if that resonates, and if it doesn't, just simply let it go. You know, but people are very much jealous of your happiness, how harmonious your family life is. So that is a positive thing, pile 3, because that means you are surrounded by good people and these people can see that. So they're probably people who wish they were surrounded by healthy souls but aren't. Okay, I think that's probably the easiest way to explain that. So then we have the Emperor, right, which is all coming through with that numero number 4. So this is just reiterating the energy, I believe, that people are jealous of like how practical you are, how stable you are, how grounded you are, right? I also feel like if you're a father, people are very jealous of your parental style. If you have a father, your relationship with your dad, people are very jealous of that. So you must have a healthy relationship. If you don't have a healthy relationship with your father, just let it go. You're a person who's very much in control of the narrative of their life, of their journey, and people are very much jealous of this. And I also think you're very disciplined. You're also very responsible. So although you could be like kind of irresponsible maybe when you're out partying, or maybe you perceive like sort of give that perception, I think the more people get to know you, the more they can see that you can work hard and play just as hard. You've definitely learned how to balance life quite well, is what I feel. You're very structured, and with that, you know, with that sort of mentality, you've gained a lot of success. Now, with the High Priestess in reverse, I actually feel like why they're jealous is because they can't read you, right? You're a person that creates intuitive blocks in others. So you may have people around you who are psychics, who are tarot readers, that sort of jazz, people who can empaths, right? But they can't read your energy. And this, I don't feel like it's a jealousy thing, but it could be jealousy in the fact that they haven't learned how to master being read like a book. So I think that's probably the best way of saying it. It's like people can't read you easily, and it doesn't matter how psychic they are. So some of these people could have tried to go to a tarot reader or some kind of psychic, and they could not pick on your energy. So there is this jealousy there, because it's like, well, you're very protected and people can't try and, I guess, find out information about you because you are too hard to read. Some of you could be, you know, on a side note, you could be somebody's mistress, and there could be some jealousy around that. Obviously, that would be the other person in the third party. Just a side note, don't come for me. That will be just for probably 1 or 2 people. So then we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So in regards to jealousy, this would be talking about maybe wasteful spending. Some of you might be able to just buy whatever the fuck that you want, and people get jealous of that. You might be a person who can borrow money from the bank quite easily. You could be a person who can I don't know, juggle imbalances really well. So there's something about money, I think people get jealous about how you're moving money or making money here with this Two of Pentacles. I don't think a lot of you have a 9-to-5 job. I think you have multiple streams of income, and people are very jealous about how unbalanced your finances or jobs are, but you seem to know how to prioritize your finances, which is kind of unusual energy to be picking up for the Two of Pentacles, but that's sort of the vibe. There's something to do with money. Like, it doesn't matter if you face trouble with money or like you need money, you find money, and it never stops you being wasteful with money. So I think a lot of you might just be big spenders, and people just are jealous of that. Most of the time somebody's going to go, oh, you're so wasteful with spending, if they don't have money to behave like that, right? And then to close out your reading with the Empress card. In reverse is a funny one. Like, it talks about, I don't know, like obviously it's a card that talks about infertility, miscarriages and natural disasters. For some of you, it could be like you've never had a miscarriage and people are jealous of that. Like, you could have been one of the luckiest women on the planet, or men, to have not had to experience a miscarriage. And that's normal and very natural for somebody to feel jealous of, because obviously miscarriage is like a really rotten experience, you know, for anyone, both the father and the mother. But this card will talk about materialist in the reversal. So again, kind of coming back to that finance energy in the Two of Pentacles, I actually think people are very jealous about your material wealth, and you might be quite boisterous about your wealth. You could be kind of like, you know, look what I've got. Like, I've got this, I brought this dress today, and like, you're just happy to show people what you have. And I think people get jealous of that. And you know, look, if people get jealous about you boasting about things you want to share with people, that's on them, pile 3. There's really nothing more disappointing than having somebody saying, oh, you shouldn't share your happiness, or like, you know, you shouldn't be getting excited over materialistic things. Like, fuck, you got a brand new car, somebody, is how I feel, and somebody was like, stop being so happy about your brand new car, you know, and I think that's so dumb. So, but yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Let me know if you vibe with that down in the comments with emoji, or if you want to share your journey with us, feel free. Sending much love and light. Bye.